I personally think it's, but to me the flip side of it is it's a good thing, because we have fucks like that that don't know shit, and then quality people getting involved to maybe even actually change the direction that train wreck was heading.
Yes.
Even not really that it was a train wreck.
I kind of figured that would do that. Is that train wreck? There's never been a person.
Is that the Arcata train wreck?
I know that bastard.
It's Kirk. That's just a guy.
He's the brainy.
That's just a guy.
I know he's always a foe for everything. I know that for years. And Kirk's the brainies, because he always says somebody's got to do it. I know. He always says that's his students, right? We're all his students. You know that, all Kirk's. Don't kid yourself.
Not a student.
Hey,
I'd be his
I've
fucking.
actually-
I'd be his teacher.
I've schooled that guy on a number of occasions.
I
Yeah.
always listen. I'm not sure about Robert still. I'm trying to still figure him out.
Headed the same direction.
I know.
You watch. He's angling to get exactly the same scenario going for himself.
I know, I deal with them all the time. Business-wise, you always look at this.
But not cannabis
No,
wise.
they're not. They don't know the game because
Hmm.
they're and they have the intellect and the money, but they don't have the game. We have the respect for the plan. They don't see it like we see it. How it saves lives. They only see how much money they make off it. That's the difference. That's business.
Get ready for this show.
How about Henry Rollins, a keynote speaker at the fucking ICBC?
Did you go well?
Fuck no.
I hate that dude. He looks like a devil on 2 feet.
Henry Rollins. He's a
I jumped back when I seen that shit.
I just can't stand that conference.
C-grade fucking musician.
I found it to be very
If.
evil, that group.
Well, no, he's very iconic and influential in music, without a doubt.
Really?
Henry Rollins to hardcore music is as influential as Mick Jagger was to.
Really?
Oh yeah, for
Huh.
for frontman approach and stuff. Rollins was the first in that, like, you know, like the UFC style hardcore music where it's like fight music. Rollins was the first guy at the forefront of that.
Huh.
Everybody copied him for sure.
And then he stepped off to the side really quick or something. Did he move away from it really fast?
He still preaches the.
Wonder why I never heard of him that much.
Really, eh? Black Flag.
Could be out of that
Oh,
loop.
that's right.
Black Flag was his band.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember
He
that.
changed Black Flag completely when
Oh,
he
that
joined.
was a hard punk band.
Well, they have black in their name. Come on.
Rollins.
You don't have to. You're hardcore if you got black in the name.
Man.
This one's for all the weed smokers in the audience. Fucking losers.
Is that what Henry used to say?
Watched him say that
Yeah.
while I was smoking a joint.
Really?
Laughed.
Oh my god, yeah.
The fucking singer for Fugazi.
Yeah.
He came up, and because people were smoking weed in the audience, he fucking didn't. He had his back to the crowd the whole night.
God, really?
Well, they're all straight edge, right? They're
Are we
like-
live?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we're live right now.
No.
Oh, fuck it. Hey, welcome.
So, is there somebody we need to apologize to? 'Cause we
Fuck
didn't know
Henry
we were
Rollins.
Live.
Oh god.
Him and David Suzuki are lovers.
I don't know
Pretty
about
sure
that one,
that
but
news came out this weekend when he was in town. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Marijuana Man. This is from Under the Influence. And we certainly are under the influence. From everything.
from everything,
And to attest to that, my buddy Al's here.
but not the media.
Yeah.
I'm not under the
We're not under
influence
the
of the
influence
media.
of them ever. So welcome to the show. It's Wednesday here in Vancouver.
We got a lot to say today.
We are downtown high above Mark Emery's Cannabis Culture Headquarters and doing our best to stay there. I'm having quite a recreational day myself. It's been a lot of, I got up doing recreation right away, did a little more after a couple cups of coffee, then some friends came over, did a bunch more recreation then. Wow. People say, I need something to help me sleep. You go, okay, well, how about some recreation?
Yeah.
A lot of recreation.
I got some recreational THCA at home.
How
Talk about if
how
you need
fun
to
is
sleep.
that?
If you need to sleep, that recreational THCA, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I took 3 blasts, slept for 4.5 hours.
Wow, that's good.
Like, crashed hard, midday. Holy fuck, I gotta go to sleep. Yeah, it's good.
Never happened to me.
No?
Not in that order.
Well, maybe I'll bring some THCA over tomorrow.
That's the Canadian version of THC, the THCA.
THCA.
Oh, we got some THCA. So, yeah, I don't know. Kush Queen, oh, Kush Queen's not here.
Hey, how's it going, man?
No, what the fuck? I have no idea. I saw her helicopter 2 days ago. That was it. That was the last time. But she looks so... She wore a matching outfit to the helicopter. Which I couldn't end. Her little dog.
Little dog.
Dixie? Is that the dog's name? Dixie? No. Chuck.
Chuckles. Okay. I'm gonna have to use your lighter, Greg.
Oh, there's one here with a flame on it. Calgary flame. Oh, look at the fish bowl spilling up
We got
today.
some stuff going on in the fishbowl.
Chris and Brandon.
We got famous Beatles picture right there.
Yeah.
Famous Beatles on the shirt.
Yeah, that's nice. And a matching toque.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both of them are very well dressed, I thought.
Super well dressed.
Yes, they're a nice type of fish. Just feed them, walk away.
It's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Low maintenance.
So, Al picked up some more official 1 liter bags for me when traveling.
I think I got a couple more at home.
This
Just
is,
have to look.
I think you're only allowed 1 per trip, but you could probably confuse them with
That's not true.
6.
I've had a couple on.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Depends how much weed you have, I guess, because you want to stuff them full. So when you're traveling in Canada, just know that
Put your weed in there, you're okay.
put everything.
No one's fucking with you
anything
once you
want
want
in here. That it's okay as long as it's in this bag. And it's 1 liter is all you can put in. 1 liter of marijuana.
1 liter of weed.
Yeah.
It's a weeder.
Yeah.
1 weeder.
But a nice handy Ziploc bag they provide you with.
Yeah. Printed.
And
Those aren't cheap.
no, it's a big time business.
That's a high quality government issued bag is what that is. Printed.
Probably go and get your own done. Maybe with your face on it would be nice.
Something.
Your own face smiling at them as it goes through the x-ray thing. So, what's going on in the cannabis world? Any big news?
Yeah, Henry Rollins.
Anything going on?
Henry Rollins is a dick. Fuck Henry Rollins.
They had some sort of conference, ICBC, which is the most unusual thing in the world, that these people are so uncreative. They couldn't come up with anything that wasn't the same acronym as the fucking insurance company here. ICBC. Well, let's go with that.
I know a lot
How
of
many
people were very stoked to
fucking
meet
meetings?
Rollins, but
Oh yeah, I saw pictures of those.
for me,
Enamored.
it's like, okay, here's an educational seminar. One of the most, I would say, expensive educational seminars that passes through our country. It's an international thing. Some years it's in Austria, sometimes it's here, there, wherever. But we're talking like $600 for a couple of days of an educational seminar, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you get a guy that doesn't know fucking shit about weed, who's been like an outspoken straight edge when it comes to cannabis, who's gone as far as to ostracize people who smoke weed in the audience at his shows.
Huh?
When you get that guy as a keynote speaker in an educational fucking seminar, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Sure, he's done a lot of great humanitarian things. He's done some stuff here and there. He's also done some not so great stuff here and there.
Now he's invested in the cannabis industry. And
But my
wants to
point
help
being is
promote it.
he's an outspoken straight edge who, you know, has said things like, you know, the youth consuming substances is ruining the image of the hardcore youth movement, and you know, all kinds of shit like that. Straight edge, straight edge, straight edge. Nothing wrong with that. But now straight edge isn't popular anymore. He was doing that when straight edge was popular. It was a big thing through the 90s, through early 2000, getting that X on your hand. It was a big fucking thing. A lot of straight edge guys sold out to their fucking cause.
Huh.
Most straight edges have sold out to their cause.
I'm gonna Google that. I don't know what it means.
Straight edge was a hardcore movement that was a purity movement. You were an exemplary human. You were fit. You ate right. Didn't partake in getting high, getting drunk, taking pills. Fitness was the thing. Fitness and health, and just expressing your lifestyle through hardcore music, which is a fucking beautiful thing. You know, that movement stood for something.
And Hank Rollins was in that?
He was one of the fucking, yeah.
Was it Henry?
Hank Rollins.
Hank Rollins, yeah. Hank, come on. Quit pumping iron and singing, come on.
I was never a straight edge, but I always respected that movement because those kids were doing something different in society. The society was really debaucherous and like pretty chemical driven through the 90s and into 2000. And to have a youth movement that was the opposite, I thought that was a fucking great thing.
Yeah, not easy to be different. It's getting harder to be different. So I don't know how to be different. But it's all different. Holy fuck, it's different. Huh, what's this?
That is some of this. That is some Afghani hash plant.
Wow, smells delicious and tastes equally as delicious.
It's pretty fucking good, I must say.
I think it tastes more like a hash plant than it would taste of an Afghani. Let's be sure. Now contains more Afghani. No, that's fine. Recreational marijuana.
It is. It's great recreational marijuana.
Which brings us to our next thing. So, a big announcement yesterday, I guess, from Canopy Growth.
Huge.
Hey, let's think about Canopy Growth for a moment.
Industry
Let's think about
shaking
that.
announcement.
Canopy Growth, of course, is a growth on the side of cannabis. I just thought of that. They, I don't know, when they created medical marijuana, and then all the medical marijuana people some time ago cried that they needed to have the government provide them with their marijuana. That was their first mistake. But at any rate, the government presented that through the licensed producers. Canopy Growth would be one of them. And they, along with a few others, of course, as soon as they got a sniff of legalization, they expanded rapidly financially through the stock market and got big and powerful really fast. Now, these people were the same people who grew the marijuana for the medicinal users then, who overwhelmingly said no thanks. Don't like your weed, don't want your weed. Only 9% of cardholders actually use that service from that very company. Huh. Very horrible marijuana was the problem, right? So what's happened now?
Notoriously horrible marijuana.
What's happened now is they allowed that company and other companies to get so huge so fucking rich fast and expand and take it all over, the government tabled legalization for only them to sell it. Those very companies that nobody fucking wanted are now forcing me to buy their marijuana and saying it's recreational. Well, it isn't. It's medicinal. They were medicinal growers and really fucking bad at it. So now they're calling themselves recreational. This is recreational marijuana, not what they're going to produce and have produced. The evidence is what they've produced already is fucking horrible. And now, like, what the fuck's going on here? Yesterday, Kirk Tusaw and our good friend Matt Barron from House the Great Gardener Seed Company just joined up or announced officially now that they've joined with that very Canopy Growth. The Canopy Growth organized to lobby to shut down the recreational market. We've got to get rid of these dispensaries. We've got to get rid of the black market. That's what they've been saying the whole fucking time. Even though we happen to be the black market, not the fucking criminal, hardcore, violent element. Yeah, they're out there, but they've never even actually been that way. Heavy and violent ever in the cannabis industry that I am aware of, but I don't deal at those levels. Nevertheless, Canopy Growth does not want us involved because we will grow better marijuana. Now, not considering the price could easily be reduced by people like me, but what the fuck's going on here? Has everybody only been fighting for the rights of patients here and not my rights as a recreational user? Because it doesn't look very recreational to me. I'm to get weed grown by these pinheads that grew lousy medical marijuana. The medical people were okay because they can grow vast amounts for their sickness. I can only grow 4 plants. What the fuck happened? And Canopy Growth's okay with that.
Yup.
I don't know what to say half the time anymore. Like, I really don't. I've noticed that some very prominent people in the cannabis community have been absolutely silent. Stunned by this announcement.
Well, I mean, there's a multifaceted view, I think, that could be created there. On one side, we have somebody who fought extremely hard for the rights of the gray market, earned a lot of trust from people in the gray market. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there right now in the industry and on the sidelines of the industry that are feeling betrayed. To join forces with the very organization who has created your criminal clientele, or has contributed to creating your criminal clientele, could be viewed upon in a negative way. Let's put it that way. Now, there's
the diplomat.
There's definitely a positive that could be taken from all of this. And here we have a corporation like Canopy, who knows really fuck all about weed. They know a lot about business. They know a lot about strategic positioning, global positioning, public acquisitions, all of that kind of stuff. They know lots about that stuff, things that we don't really know anything about. And we have two people that really, at the core of their essence, they know and they love cannabis. You know, without a doubt, we know that both Kirk and Matt it's part of their genetic makeup. They love cannabis. They love this plant. They love this, you know, everything that comes with it. So perhaps there's going to be some internal influence with them being directly involved. I don't know to what extent they're involved, if they are on the senior board of advisors, or however this relationship is working, this acquisition, if you will. But I noticed, I think Simon from Serious Seeds is involved in the acquisition as well, which is a very large, influential seed company on the global scale.
Hell, police, they've stolen our lawyer.
So there's a couple ways to look at it, you know, and I think it's
there's
up to
always
people to choose which way they decide.
Well, it doesn't matter what the people come up with anyway. It's up to those two men to show what their intentions are.
Yeah.
And I have
lead by example.
There's no clue what they are, and it don't matter to me. But
there's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with running with the devil. Nothing wrong with hanging out with the beast in the
well, I'm not too
caverns.
sure that I'd cross that line.
Me neither.
Like really, I really don't think so. I don't know. I'm not one. I can't judge them. How could I judge them? I have no idea what the fuck they're up to.
Yeah,
but
I don't know any of the details behind
it
the
is.
deal or
It's the
what the
thing
deal-
that they support is the thing that is for me so bad. It's okay for the med users here. Now here's what started me on it. Fucking Philippe Lucas made a post on Facebook the other day.
Fuck Philippe Lucas.
How happy he was about all the legalization and wanted to thank this long list of activists who brought this together. So he went down the entire list of fucking everybody and Jody and Mark. Well, I didn't make the list, but I don't really care about that. One thing that I did notice on the list was that everybody that he mentioned, with the exception of Mark and Jody and David Malmo Levine, are now hooked up in the new cannabis industry, or fucking headed as fast as they can to it. Right? And I thought, wow, isn't that interesting? Yeah, every one of those people was an advocate for medicinal marijuana here in Canada. And they've all just fucking driven right into a system now that is trying to eradicate still recreational. Right? Even though medicinal marijuana is recreational. Because they didn't have anything to choose when they started it but fucking recreational marijuana.
I think ultimately the recreational market is going to contribute to the dissolving of the medical. And it's no longer going to be a plant-based medical cannabis industry. It's going to be a prescribed pill, just like anything else, but made with.
Well, that's what they're all dancing around for sure, looking
What's
for,
happening?
and I don't care. Quite frankly, I don't care if marijuana helps you. Why do I care? It doesn't hurt you. That's what I care. So it doesn't hurt me. Doesn't hurt you. So why the fuck should it be any different for anybody else? Why should it be different? That one is called medicinal and one is called recreational. When it's all fucking pink kush. It's all the same weed. Maybe from the same people. Come on.
Without a doubt.
You know, a long time ago, Hillary Black, she's now the patient advocate for canopy growth. She came through Mark Emery's Hemp BC. Learned all about it. Off she went and opened BC Compassion Club, the first medical dispensary here in Vancouver. And never had any trouble. We got busted, I don't know, 3 times for bongs down here. Right? Then a little bit for seeds after that, but that's all we were doing. You go, wow, like, what happened? How come some people get the rights and I don't, with a substance that doesn't hurt either one of us? Now, I smoke cannabis because it makes me feel good. People that I know have medical conditions say I smoke cannabis because it makes me feel good. I can't prove that it makes me feel good. and keeps me healthy. I firmly believe that, but I can't prove it, so I don't have any rights. So, not as my rights are different. Right, for no apparent reason, it's all the same weed.
I smoke cannabis to fit in, but fitting in makes me feel good. It's true.
I tried to fit in, but you know, it just didn't fit. I needed a
Tried to fit in,
I needed a belt.
but yeah, just wasn't the right size.
Yeah, the fit was too big.
Society just wasn't the right size, man. Could never fit in.
Now, God love all the people that are getting relief from their condition for cannabis and have the right to do so, and to grow just enormous numbers of plants to suffice their feeling good. And but that it's not trickling down here to a guy who is healthy, and I have no condition. I don't know really what to do here. I don't want to go to a doctor. I don't have a doctor. I don't want a doctor. You'll get sick going to doctors.
Yeah, man.
So I don't go. So now I can't play like that. I can't have 98 plants.
Nope.
Unless I
You can, but you're not gonna.
So I have to go and lie to them. I have to, you know, find a doctor who's maybe not as honest as all doctors are. You know how honest they are. And then I'd have to get him to fucking go, okay, yeah, okay, you got this, and whatever, and
Maybe
do
you
it.
could just get the doctor to grow you 98 plants.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Circumvent the whole thing.
Here, you grow these for me. But no, I don't play dice like that with the universe to invent a condition I don't have. That's a good way to get it.
It's a good way to get a condition.
Yeah. Or get hit by a bus.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It's kind of unusual. Now, all the people that were on the list were fucking... They all sold me weed at one time. A lot of people behind their card, right? Got to do that. Could carry around a lot of weed. Could have a lot of weed in storage. You could have a lot of weed grown. Right? I couldn't. Because I was recreational. I don't know what happened. Or why it should be any difference. I'm not too sure that constitutionally or any of this shit can hold up. Because I didn't get anything. Didn't get one fucking thing out of any of this legalization. Everybody goes, oh, they've legalized it for recreational. You're okay. And you go, pick one fucking way. My weed is to be provided by those same horrid corporate factory fucks that will do anything to make a buck. They don't care about weed. They never have. They're not going to grow Congolese because it's not worth their fucking money to them. They're going to...
Well, actually, no. They're
label
not
it.
going to grow Congolese because so far there's very fucking few people out of all the people that have received that cut. There's very few people that have grown a well-respected version of Congolese.
That's for sure.
So a lot of people
Only-
go, this
only
fucking
two.
strain sucks. And they throw it away
They do.
because they want to feed it like PK. They want to fucking...
Won't
They
respond
want
to
to play the
your-
wrong song and say, dance, bitch. And fucking bitch just sits there in her pot and goes, it's the wrong fucking song, dick.
So I don't know how I feel about it. To me, the whole time I've been here, I've always felt that the medicinal community was not fighting for me. There's only been one court battle that had anything to do with me, and that was Malmo Levine back in the day.
I got into a fight one time, a medical fight.
In a court?
No, just...
Basketball court
No,
battle.
it was... I never wanted to bring this up, but you just open the door. There's one time...
Good, I can drink
there's
coffee.
a group of people. We were cross paths, and you're like, that marijuana man. He's got no recreational rights.
It's got no right to be recreational.
And me being, being a member of the medical community, I got into a fight with these guys on their behalf. So just saying, there was at least one medical fight.
Was one. They eventually cops came and it got ugly after that. And
Well, that's where I
everybody
got
went
the
home.
3 bags. That's what I won.
Yeah.
I won that in the fight. That was the. So technically, you did benefit off that fight too.
Well, I
It was
appreciate.
at an airport.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Bloody battle. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Teeth flying.
Oh, my yours?
No, I got all my choppers.
some guy from some guy from Madrid
No, the fucking tooth fairy was walking through hammered
hammered.
and tripped on one of those separation partitions, and teeth were just flying everywhere. It's crazy.
I call that stigma. I get tapped all the time about that shit.
We're almost. This is the filler. The filler section is. We've got 30 seconds left on the filler section. This is like when you're watching Family Guy,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and they just repeat the same
No.
word a bunch of times, and then give a long awkward silence where Peter goes. There you go.
Yeah, one of those.
That went over well.
I think TJ Patient in the chat raises a good question.
What's that?
Is Bossy running the show today? No, I did not have the forethought to say that Anil is here doing that. As he will be.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate him being here. Look at how nice the shot looks, even without Kush Queen. Here's her microphone, though. She would be here,
Yeah, it should be
kind
right
of.
there. That would be your dab rig.
Yeah.
Right there for butter. For Butter King's butter.
Yeah.
Right there.
You never know. She might still make it by
This
the
is
end
where
of the
the
show.
Butter King butter would be consumed. Right in this area right here. If Kush Queen had been here today.
That's all, yeah.
Remember the show when she wasn't here and we substituted fruit?
Yep.
Two melons.
One of my earlier class and session shows, we were gonna have Remo as a guest, but he couldn't come in.
Oh,
So I put a half-pound bag with a pair of sunglasses on it. And, just had him sitting there.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I think I was saying that the only other court battle other than that one that was had anything to do with me was all really
They were trying to convict you, weren't they?
Yeah, they were wins for the medicinal people, whether they had the right to do stuff. And it was just more and more challenges to the medicinal program that kept going on, and it didn't change anything for me because I wasn't involved in that. But yeah, here I am. So they took all of the strains, took all the genetics from the recreational market, grow techniques, all the names.
No, they didn't.
All of the prices.
They took PK. They
For
took
all this
Lucan,
time.
They took Pink. They took
Whatever
some of
was
the
in
most
that,
generic
in that
varietals.
No, I'm
used
talking
in
about
large packs.
just generally in the medical community, right? It's all the same weed. So I think it's time, really, to be nice if the medical community and Kirk and Matt Barron would stand up and go, it's the same weed that Greg's smoking. Why don't you leave him alone? Right? Why do you want to keep crushing him for smoking the same weed?
oh, hey, how are you? They're talking to you today.
So, I don't know.
Landlords here.
I paid the rent.
Hey man, we already paid the rent, bro.
Yeah. So that reminds me, actually, is of course coming up on Sunday. We're gonna have Cannabis Day.
Yeah, man.
Downtown Cannabis Day at Thornton Park, but I don't know, the poster's saying something about Pacific Rims, Pacific Central Station. Pacific Central Station. There is no other station. They didn't need. There's no. Oh, which station? Central Station. Oh, okay.
Oh, that one.
Not the north and the south one. Central Station.
Not South Pacific Station?
Yeah. Which, the bus station is what that is.
The park beside the Ivanhoe.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh,
Which actually turned out to be a lovely place.
It's a fucking great place.
I love that part.
There's lots of trees and, I don't know. It was a fun day last
Had a
year,
nice
I thought.
vibe last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reminded me of the earlier years. You know? Little
Yeah, we don't.
A little more chilled out, a little more community based.
We don't do the big show like at 420, but we still do a show.
Well, there's so many Canada Day celebrations. How are you going to put on a big event? It's like all the stage staff is pre-booked, all the...
Oh, you wouldn't want to.
No, fuck no.
Nobody wants that. Especially that MP from Sarnia. She doesn't
Sarnia?
want
Oh,
that.
no.
She said
She not
that
down.
she was concerned that legalizing cannabis would mean that people on Canada Day would be showing and flying the cannabis leaf.
Indeed.
And she thought, A, that was disgusting, and that it was disrespectful to the veterans.
Why don't you just pretend it's still a maple? Because it looks like a Japanese maple.
It could easily be.
Could be a Japanese maple instead of Canadian maple.
Or marijuana leaf.
Or just a weed leaf.
And she seemed fully unaware that we've been doing it for like 20 years here. I think we coined the phrase Cannabis Day here in Canada. Come on.
I believe
Is
you
she
did.
unaware that that is actually going on? She must be so disgusted.
She is.
And,
That's okay.
interestingly enough, she would be more than willing to put on the opium poppy in November to not show disrespect to the veterans.
They fought hard for Bayer
She had
to
fought
get-
hard for opioids.
to get their heroin,
Yeah.
their raw opiate contracts.
Since the government would deny them cannabis, which is disgusting. Oh, really? Cut them back on how much cannabis they'll give them. They're veterans. Come on.
I wonder what that that statistic is. What's the average number of opiates purchased by the Red Cross for a large scale
For
war?
war.
Holy fuck!
Huh?
Oh, we've got a surplus happening. We're backed up by 10 years.
Yeah.
Holy
We're literally 10 fucking harvests behind our opium liquidation. I better start a war.
Quick. Attack something. No, there's
Ross is
levels.
Like, hey man, we heard you guys are starting a war. We'd like to order fucking
Yeah, how many bullets do you
couple
need?
billion units of
Bullets.
morphine, hydromorphone, a few billion units of fentanyl, some patches. Yeah. You're gonna need about fuck. Could you imagine that order? What the fuck? Holy crap!
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it goes.
That is how it goes.
Well, this marijuana made me feel good.
That's Hashmiri.
Oh.
I developed that before there was a recreational or a medical market, when it was just the black market, where you're just breaking the law.
Yeah, I wonder when the this recreational
Allegedly.
came to be. I wonder when they started calling it that. It's always been for fun, kinda. It was certainly used as in medicines, I don't know, 1900s maybe, prior to that, before it was banned. But most cultures, I believe, Mexico? Mexicans smoked cannabis for feeling good. Yeah, I don't remember them saying it was a medicine. But nevertheless, it's not the issue really. That I don't get any fucking rights to have recreational cannabis the way that I know it. And I think they've gone out of their way to make sure that we don't. Right? I think they looked at the cannabis community here and analyzed it and saw what we like about cannabis and what we'd like to do with it. And they said, nope. We don't want them to do that. We don't want to give them actual recreational marijuana. It doesn't hurt anyone. So last night they had a meeting at City Hall.
Was Batman there?
Yeah, we wish.
Commissioner Gordon?
Commissioner Gordon owes me money, so I don't think he was in town.
Was it for
Daenerys
commission?
is in town. Yeah.
He owes you on commissions,
One of
eh?
his first commissions.
That's how he got the name. Everybody thinks
Yeah.
that that's his job. Commissioner Gordon that's the thing. He does these fucking...
Not police commissioner.
Yeah, he
What?
does these like
Everyone
crazy
thought that?
sideways deals where he's like, yeah, man, I'll just give you a commission. I'll give you a commission. I'll give you a commission, bro. I'll give you a commission, man. I'll give you a commission. Everything I sell, man, I'll give you a commission.
Yeah.
And he just goes into debt with everybody on commissions, and he's Commissioner Gordon.
So we just call him Commissioner Gordon, yeah, and
Yep.
laugh. Everybody laughs. No, last night at City Hall here, the City Council and Mayor, there was an opportunity for people to talk or ask or stuff, talk to them about their bylaws here.
Is it true that they watched the director's cut of Ratatouille?
Probably everyone
I heard that
has.
too.
Everyone has. That rat
It's
is
got like an extra
cute.
26 seconds or something.
Yeah,
It's crazy,
director's cut where the rats actually killed at the end. Because they have a short lifespan in the alleys of fucking Paris.
Really part of a lab experiment.
Yeah, pigeon killed them actually.
Yeah. I think the pigeon was on that.
So, City Hall downtown, people lined up to speak about the bylaws. I didn't go. I don't know. These things really piss me off. And it's such a fucking waste of time. The public has to have the right to do this, and they have to allow the public the right to do it. And that's all it is, them sitting there, bored out of their fucking minds, listening to these people blather on about stuff that they've already decided to do. Or they use it as an opportunity once again to find out what we would like to have and figure out ways to roadblock that. No, we can't let them do that. That's what they want. So here, let's put this bylaw, this rule in place that would eliminate that potential. Right? So, I've never been a fan. And I've never seen them change or do anything. But it was an unusual thing. As I watched, there was footage to watch. And it was like everybody was begging them to fucking do stuff. It was like they were so kind and fucking thankful to the council and the mayor. Well, fuck you. You work for us. Really? You do. Paid for by us. Here's what we would like you to do. Not here's what we think you should let us do.
Good point.
And, you know, how about explaining the dangers? Could you please tell me the dangers that I am to expect from cannabis so that I can be prepared as a citizen?
There is a risk of falling asleep at the sandwich.
Yeah. But beyond that, and, you know, people were way too kind to them, I thought, except, and coming at it always from a medicinal point of view. This is medicine. People have to have their medicine, and they should have it. And you go, wait a second, stop it. You got it. How about the recreational? Where a good grower can come in and sell me weed, and I can sell it to you. Why can't that happen? And who cares where the grower's from? I don't care. Everything that's sold in the retail world, where does it come from? They don't know. They have no fucking idea. And they just assume that whoever they're getting it from is going to pay their taxes. They have no proof that they do. Even if they don't, nobody cares. Right? So what's the fucking big deal? But I don't know. It's not, and there's always the dangly fish of the micro cultivator, right? Everybody who's fucking embarrassed by this always just throws that out there. Oh, the micro cultivator, like it's a fucking reality. It doesn't exist. No license. Few parameters. Few little understanding of what you can do. Yet. And haven't the fucking those med growers, those people, fucking Tilray, Tweed, Canopy Growth, Aurora, all these big giant med fucking outfits should be left to do that. You go ahead and grow your medical marijuana and leave the rest of us alone. And let the rest of us grow recreational marijuana. We'll show you how to fucking do it. Why do they, like, why have they been given the right to just make this fucking transformation over from medicinal to recreational and take the whole fucking thing over? Fuck that. They grew shitty weed. Nobody gives a fuck. In the whole announcement from Canopy Growth about Kirk and Matt yesterday, nobody once said we're gonna fucking have great weed. Again, they've never promised a fucking decent leaf at a cheaper price, right? So, not impressed by a lot of it. Till I have the same rights. I prefer that rather than anyone else's rights to be reduced. But I'll bet that's what they're going to be up to soon. Because this, how can it possibly be that as a Canadian citizen I can't have the same rights as another Canadian citizen with the same substance doing the same thing? How could that possibly get through a fucking court inspection? Really? Couldn't. How could it? Oh, he can have a 12 gauge shotgun. I can only have a fucking
You only get
10
a 10
gauge. Huh. He's impaired, you know. Like, not too sure that can hang for very long.
No, without a doubt, there's going to be a lot of stuff being changed.
Oh, yeah.
I really do think that this framework has been set up in such a way, it's the absurdity that it is, the complications, the toughness, if you will, because it's pretty tough. It's a pretty.
I think lawyers were identified as stakeholders. So.
Yeah, who knows? But I think that it's set up in such a way that it's almost deliberate. They know that this was written to be challenged, and they know that this was written to be challenged, and then that was written to be challenged. And by putting all of these things in there that are obstacles in order to making it completely fair, it'll take, through challenges, it'll take 20, 30 years of just court challenges to make it the actual system that it could be. And then they're going to benefit a lot in that aspect too. You're going to benefit in that aspect too, just the sheer monetary value attached to court challenges.
No, I'm thinking like at Christmas.
Oh, they're going to break for Christmas. Usually, like, for at least 7 to 10 days, they're not going to be doing any court proceedings during
October 17th.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah. They fucking, they had so many meetings about that date. Hey? They looked for a date that could not be associated with fucking any near holiday or celebration. They Googled October 17th.
They coincided it with the largest fucking international beer celebration that Oktoberfest is huge.
Does it kick off on the 17th?
No, but it's Oktoberfest is in October. Right? So.
True.
And then think
It
of
is
it.
true,
You know,
but-
what about Halloween? Were you guys thinking about Halloween? All the grams that are going to be handed out?
Yeah.
You know, because people are still going to be,
Oh, the kids.
you know, in the
The
frenzy
dangers
of
of the
celebration.
kids and all the marijuana
from
costumes.
from the
children.
October 17th switchover. They're going to be putting cannabis,
On
pre-grammed cannabis
everything.
and terpene infused pens
Nice.
into the Halloween bags,
Oh,
causing a national frenzy. Did you guys even think about that in your fear-mongering angles?
Or the lunch pails they'll give out full of marijuana
Yeah.
at Halloween with the
The Jack Herrero lanterns.
cartoon marijuana
Everybody's
buds.
gonna have a Jack Herrero lantern.
That's fucking.
Boom!
That's golden. Ah, we might as well leave. Can't
Well,
get
no,
funnier
but-
than that.
They're gonna have a new cannabis event called Rockstar Toberfest.
oh, cool.
No, that one wasn't very good.
Yeah, well.
I was stretching. We should have just left.
Sometimes you just go throw it out there, see how it flies.
Well, you never know, right?
You never know. But yeah, it wasn't very good.
But there could be a demographic that's going to reflect on this. You know, maybe it's a retrospective kind of comedic response where in a week or two people will be like, huh, Rockstar
That
Toberfest.
was fun. That works. That works.
Yeah. It's possible. It could go either way.
Yeah, it's getting funnier the more I think of it.
Hey, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's one of those, like a song that when you hear it the first time you go, wow, that wasn't very good. And then it kind of grows on you over time.
Yeah.
Huh. Now I can't remember it anyway, so I have the best fun when I rewatch the show for any mistakes that Anil has made. And I find none. But I also get to hear Al's jokes that he's made throughout the show that I wasn't listening to throughout the show. So that's always fun.
I actually have technology that inserts them after.
Oh, it's funnier the second time around. Potentially.
There's a.
Hope so.
I'm using this comedy generator app.
That's funny, so am I.
It's a futuristic retroactive comedy, full spectrum actually, full spectrum comedy generator app.
Virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. As
You can
long
get
as
it at
it's
the Illuminati
virtual.
App Store. Special App Store.
Yeah, I've seen the Special Apps Olympics. They'll have those soon.
The special apps.
Yeah, we had Greek Day down in the neighborhood of the dispensary on Sunday. This
Fuck, I
past
bet you that was a
Sunday.
blast.
Oh my gosh. Was that ever popular? Holy cow. They shut off a bunch of blocks of West Broadway, including in front of our store. And they have at each intersection some form of musical entertainment, Greek themed.
Cool.
And
Aphrodite's Child Play.
it was like a football field and a half of souvlaki.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was just food. It's just a big food fest.
I could get into that.
Wow. But thousands upon thousands of people. You could not walk comfortably on the street.
Seriously, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was so many fucking people. And sidewalks empty.
Well, I mean, when you
Food was set up in front of the sidewalks. Everybody walked in between. Right? So no one was on the sidewalk. If you could get to the sidewalk, you were okay.
So
But
I
you
think
couldn't.
if you allow people who have been herded onto the sidewalks their whole lives, if if you allow them the freedom to party in the streets,
Yeah,
they will every time.
They stampede in the middle.
Sidewalks will always be abandoned, forgotten, if you
Yeah.
will. It's like, I don't need you. I
They
got this road.
they prefer to shuffle and move sideways to
Yeah.
get through the crowd
Yeah.
and bang into people constantly.
Amazing, eh?
Oh,
That
it's
much more space.
Nuts.
But yet, that much less space.
And more people. But quite fun. And good food.
Did you have some
Wow.
souvlaki?
No way.
No.
No, I ate this thing called the hurricane potato.
Oh, nice.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy fuck.
Those
I don't know
guys
what
set
they
up
do to
at
it.
those guys set up at Kitsilano Beach.
Man, oh man, that's good. They flay out a potato, fresh potato, into some spiral on a stick.
Yeah.
Deep fry. Well, they dip it in something. I don't know some light batter, I think. Deep fry that puppy, and the lady then shakes on something, some flavoring. Had salt and vinegar, was perfect. Fuck,
Yum.
it was good. They are really good. But, you know, long lineups. Holy shit, stand in line for a long time. But I always enjoy that, because then you just get to watch the crowd, and they're nuts. People are fucking crazy.
People are pretty wild.
But we're pretty good at it, right? Being nuts out there and not really banging into each other too hard, right? Like in huge crowds and shit, eh? Like it's
People
so
are getting
kind
the hang of being human.
of getting
know?
out of my way.
They're learning it.
And I've never really minded crowds that much. I move through them pretty easily. I see the openings. And what else? They had this barbecue place. They're barbecuing, I don't know, big chunks of pork in quite a big fashion. There's a fucking giant rack of them over there spinning around. And
A rack of pork. Pork racks.
Pork hocks. They were on a pork on a bone. Big ones too.
Well, you got to be like you don't want to fuck with a hawk
So
that's going to
Greek.
pick up a pig.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, a chicken hawk is like that. You know, a chicken hawk, you know, about like that. So I mean, a pork hawk. Think about that. Like that's a big bird. You know.
Pork hawks could fly.
Fuck. Scary.
So when I first came upon this pork shack,
That was
which
gonna be,
is
one of
so
the
not
Hitchcock movies.
Greek, huh?
That was Hitchcock's sequel to The Birds.
Pork hawks. Come on, let's,
Pork Hawks, The
let's-
Birds, Part 2.
Let's go and eat. So I'm not too sure. Pork hawks are Greek at all. Plus sauerkraut they offered with it. So didn't feel really Greeky. But anyway, when I first came upon it, it was at an intersection on stage where some very good, by my standards, Greek dancers.
Nice.
I have very high Greek dancers.
Oh, no,
standards, of
he
course.
judges. He really does. He
years.
judges traditional ethnic Greek dance competitions.
So more people were standing watching the pork.
I wonder
A
how
bigger
many people actually
crowd.
recognize you from your European show.
Well, quite a few did that.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I know
See,
all those guys.
Greg in the 70s, a lot of people don't know this. Marijuana Man in the 70s, he had a show, huge in Athens. Huge in Athens, and it was called Oompa Disco.
Yeah.
And
From
it
under
was
it.
kind of like a Mediterranean version of American Bandstand, if you will.
From under the Parthenon, we called it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a
Disco
good.
from under the Parthenon.
Yeah, everyone wore white and blue.
Oh, the weed's working.
No, that's it. All right, let's get out of here.
That's a wrap.
I think I hear Kush Queen's helicopter. Let's
Yeah, Kush
quit.
Queen's,
She'll
little late.
She'll rush in here just at like 5:10 or something.
yeah.
No, time to go, and we wish you all the best wherever you are out there. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We do appreciate that all the time for all these years. What the fuck? I can barely tune in all these years. How do you guys do it?
Crazy, eh?
But it's always fun. So thanks to Anil for flipping and spinning the dials to make us look this good, because we really don't look this good.
No.
If you were here, you'd go, oh, that's them in person. Let's not say anything. Keep moving. Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Henry Rollins and David Suzuki walk into a bar.
Is putting marijuana in the hands of children, not just with the 15 joints that 12-year-olds can have, but with the 4 plants per household that little Johnny can go put some in the toaster oven and smoke it up.
So we're gonna try smoking weed out of a toaster oven. I just put a bud in there. It's on bake mode right now. Do you think I should switch it to toast mode?
Yeah, let's get toasted.
If anything, we're just gonna like decarb it.
I don't know if there's a safe way to even try. Nothing seems to be happening. Are we gonna be able to get high? Is that?
I mean, I think that's what the lady.
Like,
There's other shows. That's one of them. 420 Lifestyle. Getting baked with their little oven. Yeah, do tune into all those other shows all week long. And you know they're here. They're all at 4 o'clock. Except for Kush Queen is at 2 o'clock on Sunday, high noon.
is actually.
Guess when it starts on Saturday. So the rest of them 4 o'clock, you're good to go. And thanks to Al for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Have a happy Cannabis Day wherever you are out there on Sunday, and we'll see you next time. I'm Marijuana Man. Peace. And pot.
This is putting marijuana in the hands of children, not just with the 15 joints that 12-year-olds can have, but with the 4 plants per household that little Johnny can go put some in the toaster oven and smoke it up.
So we're gonna try smoking weed out of a toaster oven. I just put a bud in there. It's on bake mode right now. Do you think I should switch it to toast mode?
Yeah, let's get toasted.
If anything, we're just gonna like decarb it.
I don't know if there's a safe way to even try. Nothing seems to be happening. Are we gonna be able to get high? Is that?
I mean, I think that's what the lady was implying.
I actually got the taste of cannabis there.
Yeah, totally. Well,
I just want to thank the conservatives for this new smoking method.
It just kind of tastes like campfire. I feel like if the biggest safety issue of this whole situation would probably be the toaster oven itself. We're just thinking of the kids.
There's a lot of Canadians out there that are worried that when marijuana is legalized in Canada, that they're going to use Canada Day to come with flags that have cannabis on them. Everybody will have a t-shirt with cannabis on it, and it will be disgusting. It will absolutely denigrate our country and the people that have served our country and made Canada a proud country. It will deface that.
3, 2, 1, Happy Canada Day!
There's a lot of Canadians out there that are worried that they're going to use Canada Day to come with flags that have cannabis on them.
this year they left us right alone. It was beautiful. It was awesome. We had such a great turnout, so many vendors, and a day of freedom in the park. This has been a great day all around for everybody here. I don't think we had any problems. I didn't hear any problem anywhere going on all day.
Everybody will have a t-shirt with cannabis on it, and it will be disgusting.
And for me personally, I got my project here of giving out cannabis to people that are suffering with the addictions of opioids and risking their lives, and we're giving away cannabis.
It will absolutely denigrate our country.
We want to make dispensaries legal in the city of Vancouver. And then what they do, they put regulations in that ban 95% of those dispensaries. So that's not real legalization, that's fake legalization. So until nobody goes to jail again for marijuana, you can't call it legalization. That's real legalization.
And the people that have served our country and made Canada a proud country, it will deface that.
And it's been an awesome day for the project as well. We've met a lot of people, we've got a lot of donations in, and it's going to be a big boost for our project.
And we're going to keep doing it no matter how hard they fight against us. Look at what we built under Prohibition. So under their fake legalization, we're just going to keep doing what we do. We're going to keep fighting for freedom. And we're going to keep telling them cannabis is safer than alcohol and opioids and tobacco and sugar.
So a beautiful Cannabis Day in Vancouver 2017. Now we're looking forward to 2018 where we do it all again right here, where this is going to be our home for the foreseeable future, I'm sure.
And it will be disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I got to say. I'm really thrilled about how it all